Good evening, everybody. Actually, it's Sunday afternoon for me, and I know it's Tuesday evening for you. Think about me because I'll be probably about this time be in front of the board telling the school board about the progress of PBIS with Fidelity with 11 of the schools that are currently going through that progress. And that always shakes me in my boots a little bit when I'm in front of a board. So I want to tell you about my personal assessment and my personal philosophy. As you can see, I'm ranging somewhere between the 4 at the perennial list to peaking at the experimental list at a 7. And I don't think that's a very big range, so I'd be interested to know what you have, each of you have in your ranges. But of course, we all know that we're eclectic in our philosophy, but we do peak at certain areas. So I peaked at the experimentalist, but I really truly believe that maybe I'm more of a realist. I do believe in discipline of knowledge. I believe that there should be consistent, predictable, positive, and safe environments for our students and our staff. And the realist believes in factual information, and I do have that belief that factual information is important. I also believe that discussion is really important, and that the curriculum is predetermined, and that we should always know where we're going with our curriculum. So I believe that's some of the truths of the realist and the curriculum for it. But yet I peaked at the experimentalist, which I thought that was kind of interesting for me. And I think it's due to the fact that the experimentalist accepts change. They like to have that change expanded. They like to improve society through experiences. And, I can see where I lie on the experimentalist too. And so maybe I understand why I peaked there. I also think about the cohort that we're in and the learning that we've done, because an experimentalist really likes to consult with their learners and do inquiry learning. And I believe that too, and I think that's the best way to learn. So my philosophy kind of really ranges between that experimentalist and realist. And then I guess I also think about my philosophy and where I am, and I think about that I am out in so many different buildings, and when I hear people talk and I hear people explain their system and how they're doing things and their belief about students and their practices, that I hear it all, and I hear a lot of perennialists as I work. And so I think this was very important for me to know where I am and believe that I'm in that realist, experimentalist, but I'm working with a lot of people that are perennialist. And I see there's a number of existentialists out there that I work with or I've been in contact with, and they kind of seem like they're a little bit of an odd bird. And yet they have a belief in that existentialist, that it's a personal journey for schools, and that they believe that. So just a good assignment for me to know where I am as an experimentalist, realist, and that I work with lots of different people. That is for sure. So then I wanted to talk to you about my school assessment, and I probably didn't do specifically one school. I probably mixed together a bunch of different schools that I work in. And I just want to talk about my ranges. I have a 4 in number 1, and that's the community involvement. And I've never been in a district where they've had so much community involvement. We have 5 community schools, so when I think specifically about those, I think about the high flexibility we have with the community. If you don't know this community school model, it's a community agency is housed in a building, and it might be a clinic, so students and families, and not just from that school but the community itself, whether the community is housed in a southern school in the southern end of the county, northwest, northeast, north part of the county can also access that clinic, and they can come for vision and food care and social services. And so I think some of our schools especially, are more high flexible in that area. But then if you take a look at number 12, I put highly structured as a number 1, and extremely highly structured being that we're reporting student progress. And I am curious what everybody else did, because I think about the progress that we have and the structures that we have are very structured for our students. CDTs and PSSA testing and how we report that progress out, and it's based on letter grades, and students fail, and if they fail 2 core classes in middle school, they go to middle school, summer school. And if you miss in 2 core classes in high school, you fail that grade, and then you come back for summer. So I think about the student progress, and I think that's extremely structured. I guess in combination, I think all of our schools are very more structured in our public system than they are flexible. I think we believe in flexibility, but we don't quite do it. Our school buildings are extremely structured. I was at Price Elementary for PSSA last week, and the second day there, the principal got on the message at the very beginning of the day for announcements, and she just talked about children, please do not open doors for anyone coming into the building. All access point is through the front building, and we all know that's secured. We all understand that we have to have a secured opening, but it reminded me again that our schools are very structured, and we're trying to teach them to be respectful and graceful for other people, but please don't open the door. So I put a 2 there. 8, 9, 10, 11, I also had very highly structured, which are like staffing patterns and organization of students and how they move around their classroom. I think are the school grounds, but the school classrooms are pretty highly structured too. And disciplinary measures, I have been in multiple different districts, and I know this one is by far very, very structured about their discipline procedures, something that we're working on to move people to accept some responsibility and change on a needs-to-needs basis. But we are really a structured environment with our disciplinary reasons and our rules and regulations. So then some of those other ones are, kind of in the middle. But I don't see us in our district that I'm in living in a very high flexible environment for all those different areas. So that gives you a little insight. The school district of Lancaster definitely leaning toward highly structured environments and pieces. So be interesting to see what kind of curriculum you can come and do with a highly structured environment. See you guys. Nice being with you.